Hello, Bridgewater College students. I'm Kevin Perkins, Supervisor of Technology for Rockingham County Public Schools. And in this screencast, we're going to take a look at the Smart Notebook Gallery, see some of the resources that are available to you in the gallery, and how you can use those in lessons. You'll find the Gallery tab, it's the frame picture in the Smart Notebook toolbar, and if you click on that, you'll see that there is a Gallery Essentials item that has over 6,700 items in it. So there are plenty of pictures, multimedia items, and entire notebook files, and even backgrounds that you can use to add content to your lessons. So what we're going to do is just take a look at the Gallery Essentials. How do you find items in the gallery? The first thing I'm going to do is create a new page. And let's say, for example, you're a math teacher and you're getting ready to teach a lesson on probability, and you're wanting to use a deck of cards. Maybe you're looking for an ace of clubs. One way you can search is if you click to expand the Gallery Essentials, you'll see that those resources are organized by topic. So for example, if I go to mathematics, down into statistics and probability, you'll see that there are a deck of cards. And if I open up the pictures, there you'll find the ace of clubs. That's one way to find resources. A much quicker way to search, though, is using the search field. If I type ace of clubs there, you'll see that 2 items were found, and I can go straight to the deck of cards and find that ace of clubs. To add an item from the gallery to your notebook lesson, you simply click, drag, and drop that item into your notebook page. And you'll see once it's been drug into your notebook page, it becomes an object, so that if you click on it, you have all the functionality of any other object. You can move it, rotate it, and you have all the other functionality that any other object in Notebook would have. I'm going to create a new page, and let's say, for example, you're wanting to change a background on a page in a Smart Notebook lesson. Well, one way you can do it, if you're just interested in having a solid color for a background, that's very easy. If you right click or control click, you'll see set background color as an option, and you can simply choose a color and have that as a background color. Let me go to a new page. Another way to find backgrounds is if I do a keyword search for background in the gallery, you'll see that there are 113 backgrounds and themes. So for example, if it's near Christmas time, you might want to choose Winter Wonderland as a background. Go to a new page. Get into springtime, Easter Bunny. Just a simple drag and drop will add that background to your notebook page. And that gets applied just to that page. So you'll see if I go back to the previous page, I have the Winter Wonderland theme, the Easter theme, and so forth. Let me go to a new page. Perhaps you'd want to add some multimedia item in a lesson. If you're, again, let's go back to teaching a math lesson. Maybe you need some dice to illustrate something. So I'm going to go over to my gallery and do a keyword search for dice. You'll see that there are some pictures, but that's not what I'm interested in, so I'll close that. I'm interested in interactive and multimedia items. And you'll see that I have some options. Traditional dice, dice with vowels, letters, or images on them. I'm going to go ahead and just grab the blue dice and drag that into my lesson. This is an interactive item, and you'll see that when you click on it, it will roll the dice. Let's go to a new page. Let's say, for example, we want to roll a pair of dice. So if I go down and I grab the multiple dice item, I can choose the number of dice I want. Let's go 2. I can choose the color. Let's choose green. And now if I click, you'll see I've rolled a 7. And if I click the arrow, It will export that result to my notebook file as a movable object. Let's roll one more time. There I've got an 11. Clicking on the arrow. So I can keep track of multiple results using that pair of dice. Perhaps you're interested in a timer for a lesson. You want to have an activity and give students a particular amount of time to work on it. Items like that you will find in the gallery. So if I do a keyword search for timer, I'm looking for something that's interactive. There's a timer. I'm going to drag that into my lesson. So if I want to do a 10-second timer, click play, you'll see that that will count down for me. Another nice feature of the gallery, if I scroll back up, I'm going to minimize the gallery essentials and the toolkit. You'll see there's a My Content area. But if I use a timer a lot in lessons, I can click and drag that onto My Content and go straight there and see that item. So you can build up your My Content and put your most frequently used objects in there to save you searching time. I'm going to go to a new page. Let's take a look at some of the other Flash-based items from the gallery by simply doing a keyword search for Flash. If I open this up, see there are over 300 Flash items in the gallery. Let's take a look at the balance scale Flash item. If I drag that into my notebook page, this is an interactive scale that you could use and have students actually come up and interact with during a lesson. I can remove various weights from the scale and try to keep things balanced. So for example, if I was to take off one of the bigger blue weights from the right hand side, to see what effect that would have, let's take off some yellow weights from the left hand side of the balance. You'll see as I take these off, taking off 5 keeps things balanced. So each blue weight is worth 5 yellow weights. Let's do another example. The coordinates Flash item. Let's give some instructions. If you click begin, this is kind of a battleship activity. So to sync that battleship, you'll need to type in the right X and Y coordinate. So it looks like this ship happens to be at X coordinate 3, Y coordinate 3. Let's click and see how we did. Direct hit. You can reset that activity. Try it again. That looks like X value of 5, Y value of 6. And that's certainly something that students could come up to the SmartBoard and interact with. Let's take a look at this Packaging Explorer Flash item. We'll drag that onto a blank notebook page. What you'll see here are various three-dimensional shapes and a two-dimensional representation of that shape. But if we pick that rectangular box and click play, you'll get to see, students would get to see as that particular box is folded up. And the neat thing about this particular item is that you can click the slider and go back to various points in that folding. Let's take a look. This looks like a milk carton. So that's what that two-dimensional milk carton looks like. When we click play, you'll be able to watch that folded into the resulting three-dimensional object. The last thing in the notebook gallery that we want to take a look at is the Lesson Activity Toolkit. That's a separate install in Smart Notebook, but it provides you with some neat activities. For example, I'm going to just open up in the Interactive and Multimedia section, and let's go down and take a look at the word guess. This is just one of the activities you have to choose from. This particular activity from the Lesson Activity Toolkit is customizable. So let's go up and click the Edit button. What this allows me to do is pick a sport. I'm going to pick basketball. And let's come up with some words. Cat, dog, ball. Click OK. So now I can try to guess that word. First one was cat, so let's just try. Have a miss. Have a score. Allows me to guess the word. So this is an already built-in activity. All you need to do is customize it to your particular need. So please do spend more time looking through the Gallery Essentials, the Activity Toolkit, some of the pictures, backgrounds, multimedia, and interactive flash items that are available to you in Smart Notebook to add interactivity to the lessons you teach with your students.